kinda sorta on your wing.
See ya.
Not the most elegant way of getting there, but whatever works.
Coming right a bit.
Altitude. Altitude.
Looks like Batumi's something like 006 maybe? No, 120?
I'm not sure. More focusing on you right now, to be honest.
That's fine. I think it's like 1-2 and I guess maybe 3-1 or 1-2 and 32. That actually sounds about right. Turn into 320. We're about to level out. Wings level now. Gonna keep it coming down to about 3,000 and then I'll level out there. Starting to come out of the dive. Bringing the power back a bit. Bring it down below 250 and then I'll reintroduce some power and start a gentle left-hand turn. Once we're on the left base there, we'll bring it down even further to actually, yeah, so we're going to keep the power coming down and we'll start getting set up. 250 knots there, starting the left-hand turn.
What are we doing actually? Are we doing information landing or a split?
If you want.
Can try.
Keep the power coming down, flaps coming in. Going to half. Nose pitching, up. Power's coming down still. Hold that 210. Try to keep the power. Nose came way up. Getting some trim in there. But actually, I'm going to keep the power coming down. I think I want to get it down to about 180 knots. Be stable. A little more stable. And then, see, we'll roll out. Make it about 220. Gear check. 220, 180 knots. Pitch up. Pitch up some more. Reduce that descent. Alright. Real slow here. I think it might be a little bit too wide for this. And nice and easy. Bringing the power out a little bit. About to bring in full flaps. And full flaps, I'm going to reduce power. And before we turn on final, I'll bring in the full flaps. So bring it down to about 150 knots and then full flaps. Power coming out. Pitching. Getting a little trim in there. Full flaps now. A little more power and pitching up. Put in quite a bit of power to keep that. Trying to stabilize her here. She's a little bit wobbly. Starting the left-hand turn. You're good. I'm just a little bit low on your nose.
I see.
Kind of leveled out here. I'm going to introduce a little bit of more nose down pitch and start the descent slow. Easing out of the turn a bit. We're too tight. Too much power. Easing out of the turn some more. Still too tight.
Still don't like how the Hornet handles an approach.
Yeah, well, especially when you start introducing all the,
Flaps.
yeah,
It's
Alright,
just a float.
tightening up the turn now. But once she's stabilized, man, is she stable. I'm going to keep that turn in a little bit because we're a little bit off the runway here. We get realigned on this course. A little more nose up trim. Introducing a little bit of power and turning on the runway heading. I'll stick to the right.
If I'm not left.
We're almost on runway heading. I'm going to keep this course in. You just fly my wing, you good. Introducing a little bit of power. I'm trying to aim for the numbers there. Pull the power back a bit. I'm still a little bit drifted off course here, so I'm going to come left a little bit, and then I'll roll her out and stick to the right hand side. All right, coming right, and pulling the power back a bit, trying to get that aircraft down. All right, I'm aligned.
It's lined.
Holding it, bringing the nose back a little bit. That was pretty fucking good, man. Introduce some brakes.
Yeah, I think it would have made Cap proud.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Nice comms, by the way. I've not really ever had anyone who's giving me that much info while flying on his wing. It's actually really useful.
Especially when it's not after they've already done the inputs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to. I'm just, while I'm telling you what I'm doing, I'm also kind of coaching myself. All right, you want to turn off first? I'll come in behind you.